Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I'm gonna do something new. I'm gonna have my breakfast and I'm gonna talk to you, and we can just have a space together to hang out, and I'll enjoy my time with you while I have my breakfast. I eat in my car a lot for breakfast. It's just like, I don't know, like I guess some people go get a coffee, or, you know, I don't have an office that I go to because I work out of my home. I'm so grateful. And so I go in the mornings many times and I get something for breakfast, and then I just park in a space I feel comfortable parking in, and I just have my breakfast, check my messages, write people back, comment on my spaces, YouTube, IG, TikTok, whatever it is. So I thought, why not have breakfast with you? So I don't know what it is where you are right now when you're catching this video. It could be that it's night, it's morning, it's afternoon, anywhere in between. So, you know, you do you. So grab, I don't know, if you have something to drink, or you want to come back to this video in a little bit, whatever. But you could get something if you wanted to, or you can just talk, communicate, be with me while I have my breakfast. So I went to this restaurant that I love, I love their food so much. It's Chick-fil-A in the US. And one of the reasons why I really love it is I do a lot of low carb eating, which means I don't eat a lot of, when I'm on low carb, I do go off sometimes, of course. But when I'm on low carb, I don't eat bread, I don't eat noodles, I don't eat potatoes, French fries, chips. I don't even eat a lot of fruit. I just eat like eggs and nuts and seeds and vegetables and salads, lots of salads. And I will do some meat, depending upon where I'm getting it from. But I do very low carb diet, and this restaurant accommodates me very nicely. So I got this little bowl here, and it has scrambled eggs, and then it has sausage, and it has cheese. So this is my breakfast. And sometimes they forget to put a knife in the bag, and the sausage isn't cut. So I end up taking my fork and just cutting the sausage, but it's all right. It's all right. No big deal. It works fine. So I was leaving my house this morning, and I was like, you know, I should make another video in the car because it's just such a perfect time. When I get back to my house and I've got clients and I've got students and I've got courses, I don't always have a lot of time for video content for my sites. So I was like, you know, this is the perfect opportunity for me to be able to make some more content. And so the other day, you know, you guys saw me, I was driving in my car and I was talking about dream space and how this right now is as real as dreams, and dreams are as real as this, and neutrality being brought in. So that video, it did really well. A lot of people wrote me, had some nice feedback, comments. And I thought, you know, I should do it again. I'll just talk about something else. And I used to do this. I used to do a lot of car videos way back in the day. But I hadn't done them in a while because things got really busy and things got really big, which is really amazing and wonderful. And I'm just like kind of adjusting and processing my schedule to accommodate that. So thank you for doing that with me, allowing and flowing with me. But I thought about it, and I thought, what would I want to talk about this morning when I woke up? And I was like, I want to talk about space. So, okay, gotta take a bite. So, what I'm gonna, and if you have a problem with me talking and eating and all, I really apologize. This isn't the video for you. But there'll be another video that you'll love, I'm sure. All right, so I wanted to talk about space, and I thought, Man, that is such a big topic. And you think when somebody says they want to talk about space, usually they want to talk about like space where the stars and the planets are, the cosmos. And that is one part of space that I could talk about and have a great time doing so. But the space I was thinking about talking about was more about the way we acknowledge ourselves in every space we're in. So that's what we're going to talk about as we allow me to have breakfast. All right, so every time I start a video, a live, a class, a session with a client on Zoom, I always say, welcome to this space. Welcome to this space. So I started leaning into, why am I saying that? And I know everything I say and everything I do has a really big energetic availability. It has something it's offering to those who are hearing me, receiving me. And even the words and the sentence, the phrase, welcome to this space, that has a meaning. It has a purpose energetically. So I wanted to know what it was. So I started really feeling into it, and I thought, it's guiding us. We are guiding us. Because when I'm speaking and I get into that alignment or zone, it's the higher mind. It's the universal mind. My voice will change. You guys know this, that have been with me for a while. My breath changes. My pronunciation changes as I enter in deeper to that higher vibrational connective point. We all have the ability to do this. The more we entertain it, the more we engage these spaces of ourselves, trust these spaces of ourselves, the more they show up. So, welcome to this space is a wonderful opportunity for us to remind ourselves it's a space. It's not us, it's a space. And that may be super easy to do when it's a fantastic space, a beautiful space, a loving space, that it's a space we're having, it's a space we're connecting with, we're experiencing. But it is harder for people when the space is big and daunting or dark or dense or difficult or traumatic or something like that. It's very hard for them to acknowledge it as just a space because they see it more as something that they're stuck in. They see it more as something that has happened to them. And it becomes an identity. It becomes a connection of identity of, I am hurt, I am lost, I am sad, I am broken, whatever it is. So the biggest meaning behind that sentence, I feel right now, and again, we're ever expanding, so even these meanings will open up more as we open up more. But the biggest meaning we're asking ourselves to see right now, hear right now, understand right now, and live from right now is in welcome to this space. It's all just spaces that we are the experiencer of. The observer of, the experiencer of, the receiver of, the initiator of, the creator of the space. I just think that's so cool. I think it's so fascinating and big and beautiful, and it offers us so much peace. Because all the spaces are just spaces. They will move, flow, and be interpreted according to the perception of the observer as it has the space. And what do I mean by that? Think about this. You can have several people go to the same event. Maybe it's a family event. That's a good one. So several of the family members come in for the family event. And afterwards, each family member could be asked individually to honestly write down how they liked the experience, how the event went, their view of it, interpretation, perception. Odds are pretty good. At least one of those people is going to have a very different view, perception than the other. Maybe all of them. But that's not a bad thing. That's just an understanding that we can see that perceptions create the realities because they stamp them with that energy, and then that is how they are interpreted. So if you are having a space in which you're interpreting it and the space feels daunting, dense, difficult, traumatic, whatever it is, know that with everything in you, in your brain, your central processing unit, your CPU, computer, you're the one programming the way in which the space is being read. And the more neutrality you can put in, an understanding of wholeness, that it's a space, it's not you, you're not it, it's a space of experience, meaning it's come and go. You're eternal, yes. So, the more you can allow that to be where you're running it from, perceiving from, interpreting from, then the vibration of the space rises into how you feel, receive, perceive, and experience it. And I have witnessed this personally in some spaces that were really, really, really uncomfortable that I've had with family members, where I just felt really hurt in the moment. I felt really unheard, unseen, unloved in the moment. You know, that really like sharp space that you can have when the boom, it hits, right? They say something or do something and you receive, perceive, interpret from a certain space of yourself. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I began to own the understanding that it's just a space. And the more I owned it's just a space, the more I freed myself to work with my powerful mind, yes, and my powerful feelings, yes, and my perceptions and interpretations, and I owned them. I'm still learning to do it more and more every day, but boy, am I better at it than I've ever been. I can shift spaces, my being, the experience, the flow. I can shift so fast that now I think I'm actually collapsing denser timelines, and I think I'm shifting into a higher vibrational alignment for myself and those involved in the space as well. But it's all because I'm owning this. I'm not owning that. High five. That's big. You gotta own this, not that. Most humans own that. They own the outer side and they say, I'm a victim of this, or I'm a survivor of that, or I have this, or I am diagnosed with that. And that becomes the identity. It solidifies and the vibration grows and grows and grows for that to stay. But when we understand it's a space, it's an experiential space that the divine eternal self is having through the form. When we understand that, and we understand how the form has this processing unit, this brain, the feelings, and that the form can use them, the form can direct them. I'm not the form. That wouldn't be the right thing. The form holds them. Apologize. The eternal soul can use them. The eternal soul can direct them. The feelings and the thoughts, you eternal one, you direct the feelings and the thoughts. They don't direct you. You produce them, you have them, and you create them based upon your belief structures and based upon what you think of yourself and what you think of the world around you. That's why the more you allow yourself to understand it's just a space, and the more you allow yourself to remember you're the eternal one having the space, creating the space, the more you can do that, then the more those spaces are going to shift, and the more you're going to experience them very, very differently from that higher understanding of yourself being the vantage point that they're coming in and being experienced at. Well, you know, it's been pretty good. It's a little different for me to like have a really big conversation, conscious conversation while I'm eating, but it was fun. And we'll see. Some people might not like it. And some people might find it really cool to like spend some time with me that seems more regular, yet also higher dimensional. So, thank you for being in my world. Thank you for allowing me to be in your world. We got really cool things going on, don't we? Really cool things where we are the designer and aligner of it all, and we are witnessing ourselves coming into that understanding of ourselves and really beginning to live from it. It's fantastic. We are witnessing the shift of an entire planet, an entire species. We are talking about consciousness moving into a space of itself that it has not been in that space of its existence and form yet, and yet we are the ones witnessing and being the implementation of it happening. So that's pretty amazing. Thank you for being here in this now. Thank you for remembering who you are. Thank you for listening with your heart. Yes, I love you, I love you, I love you.